How you guys and girls doing today? Temps and Nate here. In this video, I'm going to tell y'all what insurance is and what are the good and bad things about it. Let's do it.
She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81.
How y'all doing? Like I always say, I appreciate every single one of y'all stop my videos. Y'all just aren't subscribers, viewers to our family, and I appreciate y'all and love y'all. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and like. Also, make sure to follow me down at social media because we're the cloudiest of the cloud, because Cloud Gang is equivalent to the... Okay. Alrighty then, y'all. So we are now at the insurance screen. Now, some of y'all might be familiar with this. Some of y'all might see it and wonder what it was. So pretty much what it says, I'm going to read the main part of it. You have a chance to get them back if they were not looted or extracted by other players after your death. Pretty much meaning that depending on which insurer that you decide to insure your stuff with, and of course, as you can clearly see, the more things you decide to insure, the more expensive things become. So if you decide to insure your gun plus any kind of things you're wearing, it's going to add up to more money you have to pay. Now, like I said, the good news about this is that if you go into an extraction and you don't die, everything still is going to be insured. It's not like you just wasted money. But if you do die and they don't collect your things, then you're able to get those things back within a day or two. Now, let's talk about your standing with them. Now, he has no, so let's see, let's start with proper, right? So I have a good standing with him. Insurance price rate is pretty good with him. This is your standing. So depending on what your standing is, it depends on, he might give it back to you, he might not. Return rate is very slow, which means it could take up to 24 to 48 hours. And he, like I said, no exceptions. You can choose who you want to get your things back for. A therapist, return rate is slow. So you might get it back a little bit faster than proper would. I have a really good standing with her, and same thing, no exceptions. Now, the thing about her is because your insurance rate is slow and not very slow, you can probably get it back faster because you have a higher respect level. The problem is it's going to be almost 2 times the price. So as y'all can clearly see, with proper it was at 5,000, with hers at 8,000. So we're going to now go over the advantages and disadvantages of insurance. Alrighty then, y'all, so I decided to switch to a little bit of a different loadout, and we're going to go over the disadvantages. Now, in my honest opinion, there are only 2 disadvantages and 2 advantages that I could think of. So the very first disadvantage, y'all, of insurance is the simple fact that the more higher tier things you're going with, the more expensive it's going to be. Now, like I said earlier, I was only rocking an AK and some slight work like PACA and cold pack. So now we're going to rock fast core, Ford armor, and things like that. That's going to bring you up to 26,000. Now, this is, like I said, depending on what you have on your guns, depending on your condition, and like I said, this all varies depending on your condition. Maybe you're bringing in more headwear or better glasses. Maybe you're bringing in NVGs along with this. Maybe you have more stuff than this M4 has on it. A better rig. Maybe you have a Pilgrim. The things in the Pilgrim, you just never know. So this right here is going to average around 26,000, and that's one of the downsides of insurance. The more things and the more high tier things you bring in, the more expensive it's going to be. Now, if you wanted to get your things back even faster, that's going to cost you almost 2 times that as well. The second disadvantage, y'all, to insurance, and the problem that most people have, is the simple fact that, and we all go through it, I'm going to show you an example of it right here, is that the more higher tier things you bring in, is the more chance that you're not going to get your things back, because people are going to want to take those things that you had on you. So you're going to get a message like this: you're out of luck today, soldier. Somebody had outrun us and sneaked all of your stuff, so no sassing. Pretty much what that means is, when you get a message like that, is that when you went in with those kind of things, that those people took all your stuff and you spent that money essentially for no reason. Now, you never know, they could die in the raid and you might get your stuff back a couple of days later. But if you get that message, generally speaking, for most of your high tier things, you know that you're not going to be getting your things back. So those are the only 2 disadvantages that I could think of as of the moment when it comes to insurance. Alright then, y'all, now we're going to talk about the advantages of insurance, y'all. Now, the one advantage that I like about insurance is that you have a potential to get a lot of things back. When I say a lot of things, I mean a lot. Like, you just never know. Like, in one of them, you could just get a rig, you might get glasses in the next one, or you just never know. I'm going to show you something that I got back yesterday that really shocked me, and I'm still trying to find space to manage. We can get Ford armor back, y'all, and a mask. You just never know, because when someone goes into a raid and they kill you, maybe you wounded them. Maybe there's a lot of scenarios that play out. Maybe you wounded them and maybe they didn't have enough time to get everything, so they just grabbed your gun and they left. You just never know what they're going to be able to grab from insurance. So you always want to try to insure anything you can, as long as it's in a reasonable price and it's not going to affect you in the long term, because you just never know what they're going to be able to pick up or not. And y'all, I've gotten so many things back. I've gotten guns, I've gotten Ford armor, I've gotten a whole loadout, I've gotten night vision, I've gotten things back that I was like, wow, I was pretty sure that I had wasted money on insurance trying to insure those things, and I can't believe I got those things back. So y'all, like, insurance definitely pays off. And now we're going to talk about the second reason. And the second reason, y'all, that insurance is so important is because, to be honest with you, you just never know what you're going to get back. You have no idea. The potential for you to get things back is amazing in this game, and it kind of merges with number one. Like I said, y'all, there's a lot of scenarios that play out, and just because you went in with high tier gear doesn't mean they're going to be able to get everything. On top of that, let's just take a scenario. Now look at this scenario right here. Now I just got this insurance back like a day or two ago. Now I remember this fight. I was in the team. It was a team of two. I killed one. It wounded the other one really badly. He was just able to get the jump on me and finish me off. Now most likely what the scenario that played out was he probably had to go get his friend's gear. That's another situation, y'all. You know, if you're killing players and things like that and they have a teammate, they're gonna have to go get their friend's gear and might have to leave your gear alone. It merges with number one, y'all, when I say that not only does it pay off because you can get really high tier things back, but you just never ever know what's going to play out after that raid. For all you know, y'all, they could be running out with your stuff and then to get two-tapped by a scav. I mean, you never know. As a scav player, you might have went in and seen other players who decided to go in to a raid and they just got, like, you know, you went in as a scav and you looked on the ground and there was like 4 armor laying everywhere. Like, so y'all, you never know. The potential for you to get things back is limitless in this game, y'all. So I would highly recommend you insure everything that you can, because you just, if you have the money, because you know, you just never know what you get back. Alright then, y'all, I just want to make y'all this short little video just to let y'all know what insurance was. I was getting a lot of questions in my stream, a lot of questions on my videos pertaining to what insurance was and what are the advantages and disadvantages. And a lot of people would say, what's the point of insurance if you're bringing in high tier gear if you're just not going to get your stuff back? And people just didn't take into account, you know, the amount of scenarios that can actually play around. You know, once you die, you just never know what's going to happen in a raid. But hope y'all did enjoy this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. 10-918.
Yamborghini chain, rest in peace to my superior. Hermes link a feed a village in Liberia. TMZ taking pictures causing my hysteria.